Here's the truth no one tells you about Survey Junkie in 2026. Most people don't quit because the app is fake. They quit because they expected fast money for almost no effort. And that expectation completely ruins the experience. So is Survey Junkie still paying well in 2026? Or has it become another low-paying survey app wasting everyone's time? In this video, I'll break down how much people are realistically earning, which surveys are actually worth completing, the biggest mistakes beginners make, and whether Survey Junkie is still competitive compared to newer reward platforms. Let's get straight into it. First, yes. Survey Junkie is still legit in 2026. People are still getting paid through PayPal, bank transfers, and gift cards. That part hasn't changed. The real question is whether the time-to-money ratio still makes sense. And honestly, the answer depends heavily on how you use it. If you've never used Survey Junkie before, here's how it works. Companies pay for consumer opinions. Survey Junkie connects users to those surveys. You answer questions about shopping habits, streaming services, technology, travel, food, and pretty much everything else. In return, you earn points that convert into cash rewards. Simple enough. But here's the problem. Not all surveys are equal. This is where most people fail. Jake logs in and clicks every survey he sees. He spends 40 minutes getting disqualified repeatedly, and makes barely $2. Meanwhile, Alex filters surveys carefully, targets higher payouts, avoids low completion offers, and earns $10 in about an hour. Same platform, different approach. So let's talk realistic earnings. For casual users doing surveys occasionally, Survey Junkie usually pays around $2 to $5 daily. That's the average. For consistent users spending around 1 hour per day strategically, earnings typically land between $5 and $15 daily. Now before someone in the comments says they made $50 yesterday, yes, big days happen. But those are exceptions, not normal daily income. And honestly, Survey Junkie works best when viewed as side cash, not income replacement. Now here's where it gets interesting. Survey quality improved in some areas during the past year, but competition increased too. More users joined survey platforms after inflation and rising living costs push people towards side income apps. That means high-paying surveys disappear faster. So, timing matters. Experienced users often check Survey Junkie during peak survey windows like mornings, lunch breaks, and early evenings. Waiting until midnight usually leaves you with low-quality leftovers. In a minute, I'll show you the fastest way to improve your approval rate, because this alone changes everything. But first, let's talk about the biggest frustration. Disqualifications. This is the number one reason users get angry. You answer several questions, then suddenly get kicked out because you don't match the target demographic. And yes, it's annoying. But smart users understand something important. The profile survey section matters more than people realize. Completing your demographic profile accurately helps Survey Junkie match you with better surveys upfront. That means fewer disqualifications and better hourly earnings. Now here's another important tip. Speed matters, but consistency matters more. Some people rush through surveys trying to maximize volume. Big mistake. Survey providers track suspicious behavior. If your answers look random or inconsistent, you may receive fewer high-paying opportunities later. So ironically, slowing down slightly can actually increase long-term earnings. Now, let's talk about the types of surveys paying best in 2026. Technology and finance surveys often pay better because companies value those audiences highly. Streaming service surveys also became common recently because entertainment platforms constantly test new features and pricing models. Meanwhile, extremely short surveys sometimes pay poorly despite looking attractive. A 1-minute survey paying 10 cents sounds fast, but that hourly rate is terrible. This is where math becomes important. Experienced users estimate hourly earnings mentally before starting. If a survey pays $3 for 15 minutes, that's decent. If it pays 50 cents for 20 minutes, skip it immediately. That single habit separates efficient users from frustrated ones. Now here's something beginners rarely understand. Survey Junkie isn't only about surveys anymore. The platform also pushes behavioral tracking programs and product research opportunities in some regions. These can pay significantly more than normal surveys. For example, John joined a product usage study tracking shopping habits and earned far more than typical daily survey income. But here's the catch. Those opportunities are limited and highly demographic dependent. Not everyone qualifies. Still, checking your dashboard consistently increases your chances of finding them. Now let's compare Survey Junkie to newer reward apps, because this matters in 2026. Survey Junkie still wins in simplicity. The interface is cleaner than many competitors. Cash-out rules are straightforward. And payout reliability remains strong. But some newer apps offer higher upside through games, cashback, or sign-up promotions. That means Survey Junkie works best for people who specifically prefer surveys over complicated offer walls. If you hate downloading random games or signing up for trial subscriptions, Survey Junkie stays appealing. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Consistency beats intensity. Many people try Survey Junkie aggressively for one weekend, burn out, then quit. The smarter strategy is integrating it casually into your routine. 15 minutes during breakfast, 20 minutes before bed. A few surveys during downtime. That approach feels sustainable. And sustainability matters more than motivation. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Can Survey Junkie still pay well compared to real jobs? Honestly, no. And pretending otherwise creates unrealistic expectations. Even efficient users usually want match part-time, hourly wages consistently. But that doesn't mean the platform is useless. For example, Sarah used Survey Junkie earnings to cover her monthly phone bill. Another user saved enough over time for holiday shopping. Small financial wins matter, especially when the tasks are flexible and low pressure. Now let's talk about cash-outs. Survey Junkie still offers relatively easy redemption thresholds compared to some competitors. That's important psychologically. People stay motivated when they can cash out faster. Waiting months to reach a payout kills momentum. Survey Junkie avoids that problem fairly well. But here's the problem most people create themselves. They constantly calculate earnings emotionally instead of strategically. After one bad survey day, they assume the platform is terrible. After one good day, they think they found a gold mine. The reality sits somewhere in the middle. Survey Junkie is steady, moderate side income for people willing to optimize their time. Nothing more. Nothing less. Now let's talk about the smartest strategy overall. The best users usually combine Survey Junkie with one or two additional platforms. For example, Alex uses Survey Junkie primarily for surveys, Swagbucks for cashback shopping, and a gaming rewards app separately. That diversification smooths out slow days. Because survey availability fluctuates constantly. And here's one final thing you absolutely need to understand. Your demographic changes your earnings dramatically. Age, location, job industry, shopping behavior, and household information all influence available opportunities. That's why two users can have completely different experiences on the same day. So if someone online says Survey Junkie pays terribly or amazingly, both experiences might genuinely be true. Now let's wrap this up. Survey Junkie is still paying real money in 2026. For casual users, expect a few dollars daily. For consistent users, optimizing survey selection, $5 to $15 daily is realistic. The platform works best for people who value simplicity, flexibility, and low-effort side cash. It works worst for people expecting fast, life-changing income. So, is it still worth using? For many people, yes. Especially if you stay selective, avoid low-paying surveys, complete your profile accurately, and treat it as supplemental income instead of a job. If this video helped you decide whether Survey Junkie is worth your time in 2026, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your favorite survey app right now. And if you want, I'll also compare Survey Junkie directly against Swagbucks, free cash, and branded surveys in another video.